Hello everyone, it's Redycha, and here I have a 5v5 game, ranked game, sorry, that I play Kha'Zix in the jungle. So, I couldn't play mid because the first pick decided to go mid, which is a real pain because I like playing mid. Because it means I have a better chance of being able to carry the game, because it's my best position. But, you know, we went with jungle next because I'm trying to learn it as I play. I'm trying to play it as much as I can, trying to figure out where I go wrong, what I can do better, blah, blah, blah. Normally I would have done this on live commentary, but I feel I'm not really learning anything in that respect. So I thought that I would get LoL replay, and I would watch the game whilst I comment over it, so I'll be able to pick out small mistakes that I make, or places where I could have played better, or where I could have done something differently to improve how the game went, or to improve my overall score, or to just help out the team. Also to see what I'm doing right, perhaps to see if I'm getting the CS, to see if I've got the right map awareness. It just means I've got a second source, sort of secondary source that I can have a look at and go, yeah, this is good, this is good, this is bad, this is bad. Need to improve on this and this and this. So this video is not so much for my own for entertainment, but for my own personal use, so that I can come back, have a look at the commentary, see what I think I did wrong, see what I think I did right, and then be able to pick out at it at a later date. Anyway, so I've started Hunter's Machete in 5 health pots, and as you saw, they invaded by our red. Now, I wanted to start red so I could get that level 3 gank top, but I wasn't sure where they were, so I decided I wouldn't risk it, and I went and took my blue first. This Cho didn't really help me at all, which was bloody useless. So I had to smite it in the end. So that put me back a bit. I'm really not used to getting a bad leash like that, and it really bugs me when that happens. So I decided to then move on and go and check if they had taken my red. If I had got a better leash, I may have gone for a gank, an early gank mid, or maybe even an early gank top since I started the blue. Now, I'm glad I picked my W rather than my E to move around faster, because the W gave me enough health steal, or health back, to be able to take this red, because halfway through doing this I was really wondering whether or not I would survive doing this red. I didn't really want the embarrassment of being executed and losing the blue buff to red. So here I'm quite low. I've burnt 3 pots now. I'm burning my 3rd pot here. And mid is pushed. I wanted to gank there, so I thought I'd come around. Top is also pushed, so that's also something to look at. Bot is pushing quite well, so I don't need to worry about bot too much right now. They have that bush warded, and I thought they might have, because Swain started playing differently as I walked into that bush, and you can see Hecarim came round to. They tried to collapse on me, but they weren't quick enough. Now Hecarim went off back towards his red, and I decided to come top. Managed to slip past them and come top. This is there you go, an awful jump there. I wasn't looking to. I wasn't ready for the flash out of the bush there for him to try and go get the kill, which I should have really seen. But I wanted to get the kill to Cho'Gath, but I saw that if I didn't take the kill then and there, he probably would have got first blood rather than me getting first blood. So Hecarim comes into the lane. He's trying to deny me farm. He's trying to pressure me whilst he basically just doesn't want me to push the lane. I'm pretty sure I could have taken him here, but I wasn't. At the same time, I wasn't certain, and I really didn't want to put myself any further behind. But I decided to test the waters, see how much damage I do, and it turns out I did quite a lot to him, and it forces him to pop his flash ghost. So I know he was pretty low, and he's probably going to recall. So I headed mid. That ward is still there, and he probably saw me, so I don't know if he thought I was going to gank or what, but he's sitting on his turret now, so I thought I'd go do Wraiths. Not knowing that, of course, they knew I was there in his jungle. But I knew Hecarim wasn't around, so it was relatively safe to go and do his wraiths. So take his wraiths, leave one behind just to annoy him. And I want to put more pressure on top. I really want Cho to win top. I don't want that Nasus to get fed at all. I want him to be behind as much as possible. I want to come in, but Nasus starts moving back as I move into the lane, so I wonder if he's got it warded, but it turns out he doesn't, and they start having a bit of a tussle. They move around each other, which is great, means I can come in. I miss my W, it's pathetic, and I also jump into him. I should not have jumped into him. If I had just walked to him, if I hadn't been so, gung-ho, like, oh, I need to get some damage on this guy, if I had just waited, been patient, walked up to him, saved my E so that I could jump on him as he ran away like that, then maybe we could have got a kill out of that. Also, if I had landed my W, that's the one thing. I cannot land skill shots in anything other than AP mids. For some reason, I just can't do it. Okay, so that ward just went down, and I saw Hecarim coming through, and that tipped me off that there was a ward there. I wasn't sure if they'd placed it before or after, but I knew he was there, so I W'd him to try and get him to go away, and he did. Of course, I then realised he's probably going to go top, and our top isn't warded, which is a pain in the ass. He didn't ward much at all this game, I don't think, which really screwed him over a lot because he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Luckily, I think he must have knocked one of the guys up. Sorry, I should have showed you. Yeah, he knocks one of the guys up, so... And I'm really contemplating whether or not I should actually go up there, sorry. I decide not to, because Hecarim's probably going to back off and start farming. And I don't want to get behind Hecarim and farm here. I'm already four behind, which is not great. And he's got an assist on me. Although I do have a kill, I want to get as big a lead on Hecarim as I can. So, go for my race. I'm continuing to farm. So if we look at mid's doing alright. She's, despite, I think Swain is a counter for Ari, but she's doing alright nonetheless. She's got 34 CS to his 40. That's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad either. I see that their blue is go up, since it's 7 minutes. And since Hecarim's top, I know it's safe to go get it. My mana is low, so I'm really risking it, because if Swain had come over to get his blue, then he could have easily killed me, and that would have been me dead. But I continue to take it, and I have my smite, so I'm going to smite this. I leave the 2 minions there. Now, I could have put some pressure on bot, but I saw that the Blitzcrank warded, so I didn't bother, and I was really low anyway, so I thought I'd just recall. Okay, so Ari's doing well to do damage to Swain. She's running low on mana, though, so I really need to give her a blue buff. She wasn't aware that I had taken it. Shows how much of map awareness she was. She was concentrating too much on trying to kill Swain, I think, so she didn't really notice. Anyway, so she wants me to go over to the blue buff, and I say I'm going on. I picked up a tier, what's that? The Spirit Stone, there you go. The tier and the Spirit Stone. Mana has been causing me trouble, but in hindsight, I think I should have just gone for a bit more damage, because at this point, I'm not very fed at all. I'm pretty... not even average, really. It's kind of pathetic, the position. I mean, I really want to be more fed right now, and it's a big problem. I also fell flash right there. Instead of pressing S, I pressed D, which is my flash, which was kind of embarrassing, but we had a laugh about it. So yeah, Ari gets the blue, and I'm looking to gank on the Swain there. Hecarim's taking his red. I don't know. Of course, they have it warded, and I'm aware of this, but I jump in anyway, and he does a lot of damage, and I totally didn't realize. See, if I hadn't fail flashed earlier, I'd have been able to get out, but I die, but Ari gets the kill, so that's all good, and I'd say it's worth it because we got the assist, but actually, it's putting me behind now. So again, because what's-his-face isn't warded here, he's getting ganked, but he lands a good rupture, but it's not enough. They get the kill on him, and I believe they start pushing the tower. So what I should do here, it really is go up and defend that tower. I should have been walking up there sooner. I think eventually I do realise, there you go, yeah, I realised that I should actually be there. I mean, let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, they've half health that turret. It was on fullish health. I'm pretty sure it's on full health. Not that I would have got there that much quicker. I mean, Hecarim ends up leaving, and Nasus just stays there to farm. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. Yeah, so I jump on the Nasus thinking, he's low on mana, I could probably do some damage here, but he's tanky, and I do nothing. His Q just wrecks me, and he wins that trade by quite a lot. I forget that the Q doesn't actually have a long cooldown. I have it in my head for some reason that this cooldown isn't that long, but actually, it's long enough to be able to spank me like that. Right, so bot are having a fight here. They're focusing the Blitzcrank, which confused me a little, but I suppose that's how the engage went. Vayne's not doing a lot of damage, which is nice to see, and Draven's doing well to fight. Well, actually, he needed to try and trade with him a bit more. Anyway, there's a fight going on mid, so I jump in. Actually, you know what? Let's just back up 15 seconds. So, I'm doing my wolves, and Hecarim's going to come in for a gank on Ahri. They catch that Swain. The Swain Q was terrible. If they had landed that, then they would have killed her. I jump in, put some pressure on the Hecarim, do a lot of damage to Hecarim at the moment, which is nice. And Ahri gets out nicely, and they back off. There's no tower dive from them. Or if they had tower dive, we probably would have killed one. May have killed Swain if Ahri landed a taunt or something. She's full mana with a blue buff. She would have been fine. So I go off and do my red. Thank God he didn't come and check my red, because he would have killed me really easily. He went and did my race. He cleared the race completely, in fact, which is rather nice of him. If he'd left one minion, I would have been kind of angry. So I can't remember what I do here. I'm guessing, yeah, okay, I go ward, and I think I go and support bot, because I see Hecarim coming in, because there's a ward just here, and I see him coming in. So I want to put pressure on these guys, but I'm quite low, so it's a huge risk coming in like this. So I jump in, I miss my W again, and I decide to ult out, because Draven's dead, and Thresh is probably going to die as well. I ult away just for that extra distance from them. Thresh gets away, which is nice. Draven's the only one that goes down, which is a shame, because there's not a huge amount. Although they had it warded, Thresh was really far up. And Draven started running, but I think he tried to help his friend who'd got caught already, which is a big mistake by people. It's just something you shouldn't do. If your friend's gonna die, let him die. Don't give them a second kill. Okay, so they pinked that as well as sight warded, which is kind of funny, but it does mean that they cleared the ward that was there. And despite having a ward, Hecarim's ganks are so quick that there's not a huge amount that they could have done about it. Apart from maybe not be so pushed. Okay, so I'm just trying to farm here. I see that I'm actually... No, I'm quite a lot behind Hecarim. I don't know how he's getting so much more CS than me. It's something I'm trying to spot. I spend a lot of time hanging around. As you can see, look, I think I'm typing at this point. I can't remember what about. Probably just communicating to my team. I'm not raging or anything. It was the team was actually pretty cool. Mostly just Cho was angry because Thresh said, "Oh, I'll play Cho as opposed to Wukong because we needed a bit more tank." But Wukong was his main, Cho was not, so he was a bit apprehensive, and he was losing out because of it. So Swain comes in here for a gank, and he gets straight on me, and he's killing me really quickly. Vayne lands an auto attack on me, which kills me, along with the Swain arrows, the Swain crows. Sorry. Ahri does a lot of damage to them. A lot of these guys are looking to dead, and she comes in. She wants the kill. She wants blood. She's moving in. Hecarim knocks them away so that she can't do anything substantial to the Vayne or the Blitzcrank. So they just back off. They understand that nothing is going to come of this fight, and they just start pushing the lane in a hope that they can get the turret. Now, Vayne is sticking around quite a bit here, but I see what she's trying to do. She's trying to get health back as much as she can. Hecarim engages on the turret. Ahri misses her taunt. It's a shame. That could have gone well had she landed the taunt. But anyway, I'm CSing here. I'm trying to farm. I'm trying to get catch back up to Hecarim. I think he's gotten lane CS, which is why he's got so much on me. But I hang around too much. I think that's my problem when it comes to CS. I'm not spending my time well when it comes to ganking and CSing. I'm not splitting the farm up correctly. Ari moves down river, and that's one thing I've learned the hard way, is that you should never, ever, ever move down river when you're not sure where their jungler or their support is, and you know that their mid is in your lane, because they probably have it warded, and you'll probably get collapsed on when you're moving past dragon here. Okay, so nothing much more happening. They're going to farm. They're going to go off and get his blue. I saw that they were going to go do that, and actually there's a minion following, so I move to see if I can smite steal this over the wall, but the minion dies because he's turned on his ult. Which is a shame. Probably could have got that. It would have been funny. Denying him another blue, the second blue in a row, which would have been nice. But now I decide to move back and start farming. As does Hecarim. Not much going on, but just CSing at the moment. Top, Cho's pushing again. He's doing pretty well for CS. He's got 5 CS on the Nasus, which isn't huge, but he's also got oh wow, he's got 3 deaths. I thought he had some kills, but no. Okay, so he gets ganked again because he's not warded. He's not warded, and he's pushing quite a lot. But he gets the gank. He gets ganked and he dies because of it. I'm a bit unaware. I probably could have helped him, but at this point I'm really squishy and there's not a lot I can do for anyone at the moment. Simply because I don't have enough health or lifesteal. I need to really think about getting a Vamp Scepter before anything else, just so I can, farm a bit better. And we lose our turret because of this. The thing with Kha'Zix is that I think he needs to get fed early. He needs to get early kills when he is playing jungle because of how squishy he is. Or you need to be constantly burning health pots, which I'm trying to do, but I always forget because I'm a bit of a nub like that. Okay, so Swain's backed. He's coming back. Ari almost pushed down that turret. In fact, she's going to get it now. Hecarim can't quite defend. I'm not sure why he didn't try a little harder. You should always... But, I mean, it was going to die anyway. It was so low on health. Probably wasn't much he could have done for it. So I CS. Well, I held top for a bit. Got some extra CS. Got a bit of extra XP. And I'm just continuing to farm a bit more. When I backed for the second time, I think I may have died actually. But when I was back the second time, I bought a blade, longsword, sorry, because I understood that I wasn't doing enough damage and I needed to at least add to it. I think I was going to build. I was thinking of building a Vamp Scepter, just so I can get my health back up when I'm in between fights or ganking. So I'm just going to continue farming here. Going to pick up my red. Mid, Swain is getting pretty crazy on Ari. Ari's holding up really nicely despite the counter, and she misses her taunt, which could have been a kill for her there. She ults over the wall to avoid the Hecarim E. I'm here to slow him. He ults through me and doesn't quite catch the Ari with his ult because she barriers. And Cho wants to come in for a gank, and I'm like, okay, well the Swain's just finished his ult. He's low on mana, we can go in, but actually he does a lot more damage than we thought, and Cho does a lot less damage than we thought. So he comes in. We miss the Swain. He almost died, so nearly died, and we get no kills. So that was 1 death for me, 1 kill for them. There's not a lot going on here. Their entire team is pushing. He's clearing my jungle now, which is a problem because I'm behind anyway. The only way I'm going to be able to catch up here is by getting kills in team fights. Our team really needs to group up and start working together because they are stronger than us, predominantly. Their top lane has won. Their mid lane... Our mid lane has actually won and is beginning to roam now, which is nice. So that's all good. Anyway, so I'm moving around. I'm going to come down bot. I'm pretty frustrated here. I'm 1 and 3 with only 54 CS. I see that I'm not doing well. I really wanted Thresh to go into the lane and start baiting, start pretending like he's going to set up a fight, but I decide to move around anyway and just start going because they're going to kill that turret. They manage to take down the turret. Then I come in for the Vayne. She dive rolls away. She knocks me away into the wall so that I die. So I'm going to flash after her, burst the rest of my ult, try and get my W, but she cleverly runs around the bush, and I get my Q and an auto attack off, which managed to finish her off. Now Swain's coming down. Ari misses the taunt, didn't realise that he probably would have backed off when he realised she was there, which is a shame because that could have been another kill and a double buff for someone, but that's okay. So we go to try and pick up Dragon, although Draven backed and Ari didn't come and help us, and they have that warded, and we should have picked it, but we didn't. Shoulda, woulda, and coulda, but we simply didn't. There's not a lot I can do here. I don't have my flash, don't have my jump, and I die, and Thresh is going to die too. So they not only get the dragon, they get 2 kills for it. So that was a really, really poor play by me. That gave a lot of gold away. If I just hadn't gone in with the Thresh, he would have left eventually as well. So I'm going to blame myself for that one because it was terrible. So Ari plays well to dodge their attacks on the turret. They walk through. Nasus takes a lot of damage. Draven quite intelligently backs off. He probably could have gone for that. I could see why people would have gone for that Nasus to try and kill her. But he's quite tanky right now. He's pretty big. So a good decision by that Draven to not try and take him on with the Hecarim and the Swain so close by. Unfortunately, they pick up that turret. It wasn't that low, but you know they're taking down turrets pretty quickly. They can take them down. Cho, however, does manage to pick up the top turret, which is nice. That goes well. I'm back. I've got my BF and a Vamp Scepter, so I'm getting close to my Bloodthirster now. That's when I'm just going to start doing damage. I'm picking up pinks just because I realised we needed to pink that dragon, sorry, and we don't have a lot of ward coverage right now. That's what's losing it for us. As if to illustrate my point, Cho Gath dies because of lack of wards. He just couldn't see their entire team coming. This entire game was him going, "Oh, nice SS, everybody," because he just got collapsed on because he was pushing so hard and didn't ward. If you're going to push that hard, you need to ward. Perhaps something I could have done for him. Maybe something I could have expanded on. But, you know, never mind. So, for some reason, I don't pick up wolves. I'm not sure why I didn't pick up wolves. I guess we'll never know. But I go pick up my wraiths. I've also evolved my... Let's have a look. I've evolved my wings and my jump, which is pretty standard. So I can now start getting 2 Vayne in team fights. I'm in a position now where I'm going to be able to assassinate the most lethal characters in... most lethal enemy characters in the team fights. I'm going to die here. There's nothing I can do about it. The Hecarim can just catch me. My ult doesn't get me away. So that ends up being an effective 3 for 1 for their support. Ari does manage to get both Vayne and the Swain, which is good to see. She picks up that the double kill, expertly using her ult to pick both of those kills up. That's something I need to learn on. When I'm playing Ari, I always burst all 3 of the ult charges pretty much instantly, which is a terrible... As you can see, it allows you to pick up kills like that. Again, not a lot going on here. We start farming. I'm actually going to speed this up just a little bit. So, I'm going to go over here, take my red. Slow it down just a bit. They start farming mid. They're also trying to take their blue, but for some reason, I think they want to give it to Swain, so he's pinging it to go away. Anyway, we start pushing mid, and I'm gonna go check if their red is up. I think. Oh no, I just ward there instead. But we have a ward down here, so we become aware that they're... I think we have a ward down there. Somehow we spot that they're down there. I remember spotting them. Their red is there, so we pick that up for Draven since I already have it. And we've spotted that they're trying to come round behind us. So we group up here, and I'm just going to take those wraiths whilst I'm there. So we group up here, and then they set up a fight. So it's a 4v5 at the moment because their Vayne's not there, and they've gone in. That was a terrible decision to go in by their team there. I'm desperately looking for Vayne. I'm waiting for her to walk in, but I realise she's not around. She was just bot, so I jump in on the Swain and instantly burst him down. I jump back onto the Blitzcrank, picking up the Blitzcrank kill. Blitzcrank gets the kill on Draven, and we just clean up. So that was a good fight. Me getting a double kill, so I'm now 5-5. I'm now even. This is the point where I'm going to start becoming a lot stronger in team fights. I'm pretty happy at this point because I'm just going to get stronger. I'm going to be more effective to the team, and I'm in a position where I can start carrying. This Vayne is probably typing to his team, "Why did you go in? Why? And they're all like, "Oh, Vayne, why weren't you with us?" Well, in part, it was Vayne's fault for not following them, but also they didn't wait for Vayne. It's a lack of communication. Everybody's at fault. It's something that happens, and it might have just lost them the game. That I think it's safe to say that team fight was a pivotal point in the match because it gave me enough kills to start really punishing this Vayne, and it also gave the rest of my team a bit of confidence in that we can win this. And people underestimate the value that confidence can bring to a team. If your team is feeling shitty and like they can't win, if their morale is down, they're not going to want to fight. They're not going to believe that they can win. They're going to start playing sloppy. They're going to start doing stupid things just because they're bored or they're feeling pretty shit. That it's a sense of helplessness when your team is doing bad and you are not sure what you can do differently to make the game better. Especially, this sort of thing happens when people are raging. Raging is the #1 way to drop a team's morale and start making people play worse. It's a sad thing, but it happens. And everybody does it, even I've done it. Sometimes you're just in a bad mood and you rage the hell out of everyone. Now they're doing their thing. We pink the dragon, just so we can set it up for later. For some reason there's a fight going on here. Nasus comes in despite his team being scattered and half of them recalling. So Nasus has just gone in and suicided here. I'm immediately jumping on the Vayne. I'm trying to get her out the team fight. I know how much of a carry she can be late game and I want her out. I flash for the kill there. It's something I shouldn't have done. It was a waste of flash because Ari ulted in. But despite that, I flashed in anyway. I picked up the kill. Yeah, great. But I didn't have to. I didn't have to waste my flash for it. Now they're pushing well, and I can see that they'll be fine pushing. They're going to pick up the kill on Swain here, but I see the dragon. They're going to pick up the turret. I might as well pick up another global objective. I can solo that easily. So they're pushing. They're fine. It's a 2v4 in the sense, and Swain just died, so it's actually a 1v4 now. And they're going to try and push the tower a bit more. So I managed to pick up Dragon, and Cho very nearly dies. Not Cho, sorry. Draven very nearly dies. But luckily he barons, and Hecarim pays for it. See, that kind of kill just isn't worth it. I know you look at there and you think, I could kill that guy in that group, in that big group. When you're on your own, you're looking in that group and you're like, yeah, I could kill that guy if I went really, really crazy. See, they got that warded, and Thresh gets away. Good God, that luck. Also, that show did well to knock the Nasus up. Oh my God, ping more, Jesus. Yeah, they're telling that Nasus to go home. You've killed us already for being so crazy and going in on your own. Don't get baited into another death. So our team's playing pretty well now. We're beginning to work together. I'm warding as much as I can because our mid isn't warding, but I forgive her for it because she's got full inventory. And she's 7-1, so whatever. I'm 6-5. So we forgive it. So I'm getting this blue buff for her. She, I think, gives it to me anyway. She doesn't want it. Oh no, she comes for it. So I hold that for her, and she comes and gets it. Risky, she does the charm for it. For those of you who don't know, if you charm one of the buffs, if you charm any minion, I think, it'll reset them. Or any jungle minion, anyway. It'll reset them, including Dragon, I think. It won't work on Baron, but on Dragon, it'll reset Dragon. So yeah, don't charm jungle mobs. So we're warding. I'm trying to get as much vision in their jungle as possible. I want to be as aggressive as possible now. We are winning the team fights quite substantially, and I just want to push that advantage as much as we can. I also want to start pushing in lanes. I probably should have gone bot. I really should have gone bot, because this is pushing out now, and we want to get that turret since we've already got this turret here. But I see they're getting into a fight now. Thresh pulls... Oh no, Thresh pulls himself into the enemy team. It's very much a mess of a team. Draven goes down to the Hecarim Nasus engaged, but me, Cho and Thresh managed to pick up the Swain and the Vayne kills. So they go down. And Hecarim and Nasus just don't have the power to follow up on their aggressive plays, because they leave their carries out in the open for me to go and kill them, basically. So they can't kill Ahri and Draven and whoever else was back there with them. I think it was Cho. Cho was back there with them at one point. They just can't follow that up. They can't kill them. Ahri is pretty comfortable with beating them up at this point. So they are losing the team fights because they're leaving their carries high and dry. And this Nasus is giving the Cho a good runabout. But he makes a mistake here, thinking that the Cho would follow him around there. And Cho catches him with the knock-up. The silence. Yeah, there it is. And eventually eats the guy. Ahri dies. Ahri and Thresh die here to the Vayne and the Blitzcrank combo. Which is a shame, but I think we got top turret. We got top inhib turret, and we almost got inhib, so it was worth it. Well, it wasn't worth it, but it softens the blow that caused. I think the Blitzcrank got the kill on the Ahri as well, which is a shame for the Vayne, because Ahri was worth a lot of gold. So yeah, bit of a bummer for him there. Ultradan was killed by Veal Collar. Oh no, it was the Vayne that picked it up. So Vayne picked it up, got a fair amount of gold for that. They want to do Baron, which is fair enough. They are behind right now, and they need to turn the game around somehow. And she wants to do the Baron whilst we're all backing. She's like, chose bot, let's do it. But I'm aware they're going to try and do this, so I'm there. I think I don't have any wards, so I can't ward it. But I say to them, they've just warded there. I saw Blitzcrank ward there, so I say to my team, come on, let's move around here. Let's move around here. If we move around here whilst they're trying to do Baron, then we can catch them. They've not warded here yet, or I assume they've not warded here. We then noticed that they moved around. They stopped. They were smart. They decided not to go Baron, and they moved around here. So we're kind of split here. We're really split here. In fact, we managed to clear the ward off of Baron. And Thresh gets caught here. I don't know why he went there. He saw the team was coming through here, but for some reason he gets caught. Their Vayne is in a really unfortunate position in where the rest of our team can do loads of damage on her. I'm trying desperately to get the kill on Vayne, but I get feared away by the Hecarim ult. I managed to pick up the kill on Vayne with the help of Cho'Gath, but I die to Vayne as well, actually. And unfortunately, we lose this team fight 3-2. Oh, let's just wait for it to end before I start quoting deaths and stuff. Oh, that Blitzcrank very nearly dies. But yeah, we lose this team fight 3-1. Very nearly killed the Nasus and the Blitzcrank, but we lost that because Thresh got caught. I'm not saying it was his fault. We didn't have a lot of vision. Perhaps I should have pinged. Perhaps I should have told and made him more aware that they know you're there. They've got that warded. They are going to kill you if you go that way. Nasus, Swain and Hecarim go to dive Ahri on the turret. Let's just watch that again, actually, because... So yeah, they go to dive her on the turret, and she's using her mobility as really, really well. She flashes away to get that last bit of mobility and that last kill on... that last hit, sorry, on the Nasus, with along with the help of the turret picking up the Nasus kill. I could see she wanted the Swain there, but she just didn't have. She doesn't have the mana nor the cooldowns to go chase. So Cho'Gath decides to go and chase them. For some reason, they haven't backed, despite our team being up. And Cho'Gath goes around. He's going to try and pick up the kills on the two of them. He knocks them up. They both move out the bush. I'm going to move around the top here and see if I can help get this Hecarim, since he managed to bite the Swain and kill the Swain pretty quickly. Hecarim's pretty quick, so I'm trying to head him off as much as I can. I meet him in the middle here. I land the W, which slows. I don't use my E just yet. I use my E to chase him, but for some reason it doesn't go over the wall. I angled it wrong or whatever, and I missed my jump, which is a shame because that's one kill lost for me. So I go pick up this red. I think I pick it up. Yeah, Draven's not about, so I go and pick it up. Just because I don't have one at the moment, and I can do with the slow in a PvP environment. I go ahead and ward that bush. I'm trying to ward as much as we can, especially after that last team fight, just because I know that we need to win this with vision. If we're gonna not throw this, we need to ward. Ward save throws. If that's one thing you need to remember, a little phrase or whatever. Wards prevent throws. Just ward and you should be okay. Your team can work together to collapse on people that end up being out of position because you catch them in weird places. Okay, so I'm not really sure. I was rambling, so I didn't see what was going on here. So I'm going to back this up 15 seconds. So they have no vision in their jungle, but they decide to come in anyway. They pink that bush, clear the ward out of there, which is fair enough. We tried to clear their blue, but their Hecarim comes in and tries to deny us that. Which is a silly idea because we have a lot of damage right now. We're really strong, but he just about gets away with the help of his team. None of the teams have picked up blue yet, but the fight is going in our favor because Hecarim went in so preemptively there. We're picking up kills on the Nasus and the Blitzcrank. Vayne sticks around, and I cannot fathom why she thought that was a good idea. So I jump on her here, and there's just so much CC and so much burst that she cannot possibly survive. Swain is getting away from Cho'Gath. There's no way we're catching him. And Hecarim understands that if he sticks around, we're going to take down that turret and probably kill him. So we're in a really good position here. We are 4k in gold, 4.4k gold up, 5 kills up, and it's looking good. We've killed an inhibitor now. We can get this other inhibitor here. Our bot lane is pushing, so we're going to get this turret, and by extension this turret also. And we are beating them up on their own Nexus, which is nice. Okay, so I see our team's doing all right in their base at the moment. They don't really need my help, despite because Hecarim's going to be down for a bit. And although Vayne, Blitzcrank, Nasus, and Swain are up, I think they're fed enough to handle themselves. In hindsight, I probably should have gone with them because Ahri is out of mana, meaning that she can't really fight, and they are just getting sort of surrounded here. Ahri takes one for the team. She understands that she's probably not going to get away from this one. She moves away, which gets these guys to all move and follow her because they're greedy sons of bitches, and probably could have got Thresh or Draven, but they all wanted to collapse on the Ahri. Ahri dies, but saves Thresh and Draven in the long run. I was pushing. In fact, we'll put it back 15 seconds. I was pushing down here. I managed to push it up to here, but Vayne came back up, and I expected her to run up here to chase the Ahri, but she didn't bother. She decided to come stop me from picking up the turret, which is good, well played by her. Now I see that most of their team was around top, and Hecarim has only just come back up, I think. So I went and picked up their blue. We've got it pretty well warded as well. I've hung around this side of the jungle for a long time now, and they're just not coming to hunt me out. I also decide that, you know what, it's a bit of a risk because I've not got any wards here. I don't know where the Swain is. Oh, actually I do because of the minions. But I now don't have any vision on them, but I'm going to do this this dragon anyway. They don't have it warded, so they don't have a clue. I can see that Vayne isn't moving to come and get me, so I know I'm safe to do it. So we pick up the dragon, and we are still 4k gold ahead. So at the moment, these guys are just trying to push out lanes. They're trying to farm up. We have 8 turrets. They have 3. We're 5 turrets ahead of them, and several gullible of objectives, which has put us the 4k gold lead, which isn't that big, but it's enough to put us in a winning position. So at the moment, I'm still farming here. I'm just trying to get some gold. I want to finish my build. These guys are aware. These guys pinked Baron, but they don't want to come down and clear out our pink just because we are around here, and they know that. They've seen us mid and all that, so they know that they shouldn't. Cho comes around. Oh, sorry. Blitz pulls Cho over the wall when Cho goes to clear out that pink. But I go and clear out the pink for him since he's indisposed over here, and he gets away fine. Nothing's wrong because their team are pinging them to fall back because they know we can easily come over and kill them all. But we don't really understand, or we don't know, sorry, where their team is, so we are apprehensive to go and attack them. And they ward Baron again, even though they know the pink is there, which is fair enough because we're moving off. I don't actually know what we're doing here. They put themselves in a position to do the Baron. They're going to pink it again. And they're pinging ward there, ward there. Of course, the rest, our whole of our team, including Ari and myself, are down here, which is poor play by them. But they don't know that I'm here and that Ari is just coming up from base. They're not sure where we are, so I think they think we are here, which is why they didn't do the Baron. Because if they'd done it then, they probably could have done it before I arrived. But we could have poked them to the point where if they had done the Baron, me and Ari could have come in and probably cleared up. Now these guys are pushing, despite being aware. I think they're aware anyway. Oh no, we're not aware because I just walked next to them. Okay, so I had no clue we were pushing, so I thought, you know, I'll just go hang around in their jungle. They were hiding in that bush for a long time. Ari almost gets caught, but ults away to save herself. W's ults again to get away from the Hecarim ult. I'm coming around behind. I'm trying to get on this Vayne. I want to get on this Vayne every single time. I want to proc that GA. So I use my ult to get to her. Her GA goes down. I've got my. I would stick around to try and kill that Vayne, but I've got my my reset, so I might as well go for the low Hecarim and the Swain and the Blitzcrank. But I get knocked up and held down by the Swain. Q. I die. In fact, shit, I died. Totally didn't see that. I want to go back actually and see how I died there. This is not 15 seconds. What magic is this? Come on. Sorry, it's breaking on me slightly. Okay, so we're back here. Let's watch here again. Yep. So I'm in the Wraith camp. I see that Vayne's there. She constantly dive rolling away from me because she goes invisible. When that happens, it's a pain in the ass for me to try and find her again, but I can use my ult to get myself in a better position to try and get her. So yeah, I'm trying to kill these guys, but the Swain Bird manages to pick up the kill on me as well as his E. I tried to jump away, but it catches me just as I jump. But that's all good. I'm the only one to die. And then you have 3 people up. They're Vayne and Nasus are down, which are their hardest hitters. They're down for good. However, we fight under the turret, which is odd because we lose it kind of badly. But Ari focuses on killing the turret, which is good because we get that. Despite losing Thresh, we get that turret, and we're going to get this inhib as well. We're also going to get this this Nexus, and they are just going to push the advantage. The Cho is probably going to die here to the Swain. But Ari is just ignoring what's going on. She puts in a complementary Q, but they focus the Draven and ignore the Ari, which is taking the Nexus, and that's game. Okay, so there you go, another game from me. I hope you enjoyed this. I know my shoutcasting skills are not fantastic, and it's sort of... I actually meant to focus more on my plays rather than what was going on in the rest of the game. But watching me the whole time is kind of boring, so I thought I'd just commentate over the entire thing. And try and pick out plays that other people are making, and good and bad plays that both our team and their team are making. So if you like this video, give us a like, and if you saw any bad plays that I made that I forgot to pick out, please let me know. Don't be a dick about it and go, oh, you did this and this. Tell me what I could have done differently. Tell me why. I need someone to tell me why I'm not CSing properly. I think it's just because I'm dilly-dallying around too much, and I always seem to die a lot in my fights. I think it's because I may play squishy characters, or I just think I'm a lot more powerful than I actually am, but whatever. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.